So I'm going over consumer and producer surplus in this context where we have all of our demanders, the people buying the product, lined up in order on this axis where the person who's willing to pay $100 is lined up first, the person who's willing to pay the second most, the $90 is lined up second, and so on and so forth. And we want to think about how much value is there in the market. So to do that, we actually are going to interview our people. This person said that they were willing to pay $100 for a massage when we first asked them about this. But after the market cleared and we got an equilibrium price of $50, this person's pretty happy. So we asked them to quantify how happy are you? And they said, I was willing to pay $100, but I only had to pay $50 for this massage, so I'm $50 worth of happy. And we can represent that in two ways. First of all, we're gonna add up the total happiness level of all of our consumers. So we'll add this particular person's $50 worth of happiness up here. And we'll also represent that graphically. So here, this person values it at 100, they only pay 50. So this distance between the 100 and the 50, that's equal to 50. We're going to add that up in our consumer surplus. And then we go to person number 2 and we say, how happy are you that this market exists? And this person says, I was willing to pay 90 for the massage, but it turned out I only had to pay 50. So I'm $40 happy. And that's 90 minus 50. This distance here is 40. This is a dollar sign, by the way. Let's make that clearer. So this person's $40 worth of happy, so we count them in the consumer surplus. And we do this for every single person on this map. So the next person was willing to pay $80 for the product, but they got it for 50, so they're $30 worth of happy. These two people were both willing to pay $75 for the product, they got it for 50, so these two are both $25 worth of happy, where it's 75 minus 50, 75 minus 50. $25 worth of happy. And then we have this person here who was willing to pay 60 and got it for 50. They're $10 worth of happy. And this person gets the product, they were willing to pay 50 and they do pay 50. So for this last person, their value is 0. And when we add that all up, we get $180 worth of value when we add everyone's happiness. Now, one thing, we actually did interview every person beyond this point. We interviewed this person out here, and we said, how happy are you that this market exists? And this person says, I didn't get a product. I would have paid $30 for the product, but the price was 50, so I just didn't buy. So you can count my happiness level at 0. And we do. So if you want to continue this and add 0 for everybody's happiness for all these people who don't get a product, that's also okay. And then we do the same thing for the producers. So for the producers, this producer here was willing to give a massage for $20, but they get $50 for it, so they get this $30 worth of value. It's their own profit, so let's add this person's profit into the producer surplus. That's $30. And the second producer is also willing to do a massage for $20, but they got the 50, which is the marketplace price, so they also get the $30. This next producer was willing to give a massage for 40, but they actually got 50, so they have $10 worth of extra value. The next person up here was willing to pay $45 for it, I think. And they paid 50, so they have $5 worth of value. And then the last three, these were actually, whoops. Well, I can't tell exactly. Let's just add these graphically. We add each person's graphically. The last couple of people were willing to produce for 50. They did produce for 50, so the last couple are going to be 0. So you get the idea. So here we have $75 worth of value in the market for those producers. So total surplus is the producer plus consumer surplus. That's total surplus. Total surplus is producer plus consumer surplus. And you can tell what this represents is it just represents how happy is everybody in total that this market exists? Or if we got rid of the market and said you can no longer buy and sell massages, how much value would the collective group lose? And that's how we think about consumer and producer surplus conceptually.